All right. There are things I can let slide. Like I could care less about. I could honestly give two shits about. Okay, we're just gonna go into this because I reading this and just like you were close. You were honestly so close. And I don't know why developers nowadays are making it so hard. Why do you have to be so different? Why can't you just take the source material, leave it the fuck alone, okay, and build around it? How hard is that? I can take the complete character assassination of Fei Lao in the Division 2 and complete butchering of Aaron Keener throughout the entire fucking DLCs and storylines that are going out of fucking control in Division 2. I can take that. I can take, borderline destroying the comics industry with the stupidest stories I've ever fucking seen left and right that make no fucking sense and they're pointless to fucking read. Who the hell is reading comic books nowadays anymore? It's all about manga right now, seriously. It's gotten so bad that I've watched anime that I don't want to wait for the other seasons, that I've gone out of my way to go find the manga and then just read the manga because the season got me hooked. So I wanted to just read the manga to catch up with it, and now I'm just waiting for the manga to catch up at this point. Yeah, that's where I'm at right now. Okay, but Wolverine, I can't let this slide, dude. This is the one straw I cannot let slide. How the fuck do you create a Wolverine game, a Wolverine universe? Okay, Insomniac is making a Marvel universe with Wolverine. How the fuck do you do this without X-Men? How? How is it that you were so close to making this, where Logan is the father figure of the bunch? He is, in this, if you watch this cartoon, like he's like the father figure of the entire X-Men. He becomes that, basically. They become his team. It's cool. This is probably one of my most favorite cartoons of all time, but it has sadly only got one season. That kind of sucks. Anyways, I can take other changes. The one thing I can't take is the suit as well. Where's the red belt? Where's the red belt? It needs the red belt. It needs something to differentiate. I feel like that's iconic. You can't take that away, or at least the blue belt, and obviously because there's no X-Men in this universe, there's no Red X, which is fucking stupid. I can't, dude. I can't. This is the equivalent of creating Batman, right? And then just saying, Batman doesn't exist in our universe. He's just called the Bat. Is that what's next? How about this? Wonder Woman. You gonna call her Miss Wonder? Because you can't use the word woman? Fuck's sake, dude. I can't do this anymore, man. Like, what are you guys doing? You are so close to making the greatest Wolverine game, kind of, on the planet. But because, and I hate to use the word woke, but it's not woke. That's not what it is. It's because of the fact that you got to be different. You have to be so fucking different. There's an overcorrection going on here. Like, you're overcorrecting shit that doesn't need to be corrected, essentially. It doesn't need to be fucked with, okay? How hard is it to just take the source material and build around it instead of taking shit out of it like it didn't fucking exist? That doesn't make any fucking sense. Dude, what the fuck? I feel like I'm taking crazy pills because everyone is praising the fuck out of this Wolverine game. And like, dude, are you guys just gonna let this slide? Like, you're gonna take the greatest superhero ever created and you're gonna do this to him? Like, it seems minuscule. It seems so stupid to be mad about. But it's like, how the fuck do you make a Wolverine game without the fucking X-Men? And I know the reason why they don't use X-Men, why they call it X, or why they call it Team X and not X-Force, obviously, because X-Force is an actual name within the fucking continuity, so they can't use that. No, it's gotta be different. It's gotta be Team X. It can't be X-Men, because you fucking know why. It's so stupid. This is like you're creating a Final Fantasy game without the fantasy. It's just Final X. Cloud and Friends. You know what I mean? Like, why? Why do this? Why? Just why? Why do this? It doesn't even make remotely sense other than just you trying to be so fucking different. That's it. I can't support this. I really can't. I'm not going to buy this. Hell, I haven't even undusted my PS5 since I completed God of War Ragnarok. I haven't even touched it since then. It's actually back inside of its box. So unless they release this port to PC, I'm probably never going to fucking play it. But this, you guys, like, what the fuck? What is with the over-amassed praise for this, either? Like, I'm seeing on YouTube just people just praising the fuck out of it. Like, this looks so good, blah, blah, blah. Broski, I missed out on X-Men Origins Wolverine when it came out. Remind you, there were 2 versions of this. And I've actually watched, like, multiple documentaries about this fucking game that I never got to play myself. So get this, the developers, right, from this is what I've been reading about it or whatever the fuck, developers wanted to make an R-rated Wolverine game, okay? They wanted to make an ultra-violent version of Wolverine, but obviously Activision was like, no, we can't do that. We got to make it a teen for teen or whatever the fuck. You know, teenagers got to be able to buy this game. And apparently, on the sub-consoles, which I mean is like PlayStation 2 and I guess the Wii, they had the rated teen for teen, I imagine, Wolverine version. But everything up to that point, like 360 and above, was the uncaged version, which is like the ultra-violent version, essentially. Like the epitome of Wolverine. This is what a Wolverine should have been, right? And yeah, coming from, I don't understand how that works, because we had Indestructible Hulk. We had the Ultimate Hulk and the Ultimate Spider-Man, those 2 games on the PS2. Those 2 games were classics, and the Hulk game was by far the best Hulk game ever fucking made. Mark my fucking words. That is the greatest Hulk game ever made. Okay? And sad to see that they never fucking brought it back to PC or the modern consoles. Like, that is the greatest Hulk game ever made. Seriously. Like, if you like Prototype back in the day, dude, Hulk was the shit. I'm going off tangent. But anyways, yes, that game, from what I've seen, that is Wolverine. That is Wolverine. The definition of Wolverine. If anyone ever wondered what Wolverine was like, it was that fucking game. And another thing too, Wolverine has always been represented like that in almost every part of media there is. Marvel Ultimate Alliance. I think it's in 2, where Wolverine.
That dude scares me.
Like, takes down the ship, right? And he's laughing maniacally while taking it down, because he knows that he can't fucking die. So he's just going to take it down, and the thing's going down with him on it. And he's just laughing maniacally, because that's fucking Wolverine. That's his entire persona right there, going into the ditch, potentially that would kill any other normal human being.
What are you girls looking at?
That's Wolverine. Did I get that from this trailer? Yeah, kind of. there's like one part that kind of annoyed me. It was the part when he slashes the pipes. At that point, I kind of expected Wolverine to like make a smirk at the enemies before he slashed the little wire that opens up all the pipes. Like, that's Wolverine. He would have like smiled at them, you know, as I know this can't kill me, but it'll fucking hurt you guys. You know, like that, but that wasn't there, which is like really telling to me that this doesn't have Wolverine's best interest in heart. And then Sabretooth comes up, and Sabretooth looks awesome. However, again, he's missing some things on his suit, and it kind of boggles the mind a little bit, and it's like, okay, this is going to go two ways. Either you guys are going to be best friends in the beginning of the game, and towards the end, there's going to be a massive betrayal, and you guys are going to fight each other. But I hope to God, I hope I'm wrong. I seriously hope I am wrong. I hope to God that there isn't some like unspoken like underneath romance between Wolverine and Sabretooth. I swear, dude, if there's anything like that, I will never be unconvinced that Western developers are literally out to just destroy all media that we grew up with. I'll never be taught different. You guys are literally just living here to just destroy anything that we grew up with for no fucking reason other than the fact that you guys can. And that's it. You guys aren't trying to invent your own stories, or when you guys do invent your own stories, no one buys them because no one's interested. And then they get mad, and then they take our shit, right? And they ruin it on purpose in terms of spite, essentially. And I can't support this. I really can't. This is just not this is just not cool. I don't yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I had to get this off my chest because I just couldn't stop thinking about that when I read this. It's like, how do you can't create a Wolverine game without the X-Men. You really can't. That's just so stupid. And if you do it with him without the X-Men, and you do an origin story, then you take Wolverine Origins and you start it from there. Okay, Jean Grey doesn't exist yet. Mystique doesn't exist yet. He has his bone claws. You start from the very fucking beginning with when he's just a kid before he got his powers and his amnesia. You know, he was that rich kid, whatever, and Sabretooth was also kind of there. That's where you should start as an origin story. Possibly one of the greatest origin stories ever fucking told. But honestly, I'm kind of glad you didn't go that route because you probably would have fucking butchered that shit too. Fuck, dude. I can't. You guys are taking everything that is mine, that I have grown up with, and just deliberately butchering it for the sake of the fact you guys can butcher it. There's no other reason than just that. It's so stupid. It's so fucking dumb. I'm done. I'm done. I'm sorry. I just had to let this out. This was just so fucking stupid. Yeah. My name is AhnoldRunningMan. I hope you guys enjoyed this rant. I'll catch you guys in the next one. If today was your birthday today, if today was a birthday today, or if today was your birthday today, or anything else on the stream, upload on this channel, then of course have yourself an amazing goddamn day. Autobots, transform and roll out. They might butcher Transformers too. Fuck.